Join me as I dive into 3 chilling true train horror stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. There's something eerily fascinating about train horror stories, especially when they're based on real-life events. These tales evoke a sense of fear that's hard to shake off, and that's precisely what we're going to explore in this video. When we think about train travel, several fears come to mind. The possibility of accidents, like derailments or collisions, is one of the most obvious concerns. But then there are the more paranormal fears, ghost sightings, unexplained noises, or mysterious events that can't be explained. For some, it's the fear of being trapped in a confined space with no escape route. Whatever the reason, train travel can be a daunting experience for many. Additionally, the isolation of being on a train, often in remote areas with limited access to help, can amplify these fears. The lack of control over the journey, the reliance on the train's infrastructure, and the uncertainty of what lies ahead can all contribute to a sense of unease. And then, of course, there are the stories of strange occurrences and supernatural happenings that have been reported by passengers and crew members alike. Whether you're a seasoned train traveler or someone who prefers to stick to other modes of transport, these fears can be unsettling, to say the least. So, let's dive into our first true train horror story, which takes us to Japan. Our first story takes place on a rural train line in Japan, where a lone passenger reported seeing a ghostly figure in the seat opposite him. As he tried to get off at the next station, the doors wouldn't open, and he was trapped, face to face with the apparition. Our second story comes from the United States, where a group of friends encountered a mysterious woman in white, who seemed to appear and disappear at random intervals during their journey. And our third story takes us to India, where a train crew reported a series of bizarre events, including unexplained noises, moving shadows, and an unseen force that seemed to be manipulating the train's controls. Each of these stories is terrifying in its own right, but there are specific moments that stand out as particularly chilling. In our first story, it's the moment when the passenger realized he was trapped, with no escape from the ghostly presence. In our second story, it's the moment when the mysterious woman in white vanished into thin air, leaving the friends shaken and confused. And in our third story, it's the moment when the train crew realized that they were not alone on the train, and that some unknown force was manipulating the controls. These stories are more than just scary anecdotes, they're a reminder that, even in this modern age, there are still things that we can't explain, and that sometimes, the most rational of people can experience the most inexplicable of events. So, what can we learn from these true train horror stories? Perhaps it's the importance of staying vigilant, even when we think we're safe. Or maybe it's the reminder that, no matter how much we think we know, there's always more to the world than we can comprehend. If you've got a train horror story of your own, be sure to leave it in the comments below. And if you're looking for more creepy content, be sure to check out my other video on the top 10 most haunted train stations around the world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.